Like you stay at home.
I listen to this all the way home, and
I can listen on my way back to work. That's not bad for a work day.
101.5 FM, KDAWN.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
Good morning, Las Vegas. What's going on? Welcome to the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas. Yeah. I am excited today. I'm going to have some fun. Got some of the bandmates by my side. It's going to be great. We're going to be talking. You know what? I'm just going to bring Eric Hay on, and I'm going to stop myself right at that moment. There's a reason. Let's bring him in. Hey, Trevor, what's up?
I'm back. Thank you. I'm happy to be back. For now, anyway. Schedule pending.
Schedule pending, yes. I think the word great should be banned in all of broadcasting. Do you notice that everybody leans on great? And I don't want to, I'm not going to say any names. There are people in the pro wrestling community that say great a lot. There's many other words to use other than great. So, Eric, if I use great the rest of the show, when we wrap up, you'll be able to come here and give me a little elbow smash on the head every time I do it.
I mean, it is the anniversary of the Randy Savage Ricky Steamboat match at WrestleMania 3, so it's fitting.
Okay. It was outstanding.
Yeah.
Incredible. Stunning.
Phenomenal.
Yes. There you go. Oh, man. We're going to have some fun today. Very special guest coming up in hour number 2. We welcome him back to the show. Josh Barnett is going to be in the house. One of the many events happening at WrestleMania week here in Las Vegas. But to me, it's the most unique one. It's the most exciting one. You get to see people get really beat up. It's great. See, there's one right there. I did that intentionally. Bloodsport 15 is going to be at the Horseshoe on Friday, April 17th, 3 p.m. Eric, they're stacking this card, man.
Yeah, you were just telling me about Natty's match.
Natty and Shayna Baszler are going to twist themselves like pretzels, and it's going to be a hootenanny.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you don't know about Bloodsport, it's done in a ring without ropes, and it's catch-style wrestling, so a lot of martial arts. I mean, it's fantastic. So get ready for that. Go and get your tickets wherever tickets are sold. But once again, that is GCW presents Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 15, Friday, April 17th, 3 p.m. at the Horseshoe, and Josh Barnett's going to join us in hour number 2. So get ready. Boy. You see this list I've got here? It's a long list, Eric.
I see that.
I was trying to figure out, where do I want to start? I know about where I want to finish. Pretty close to it. As Woofy was, and it was today, or like yesterday. So we'll get to talk about him. But SmackDown. This SmackDown, Eric, got one of the worst ratings of all time on Cage Match. 1.63 stars as of yesterday.
Wow.
Why, pray tell, did that happen? How about three segments with Jelly Roll plus a match with the J-Man?
Yeah, way too much, as a certain person puts it, way too much Jelly Jam.
Yeah,
on the show.
It was a lot.
And no, there's been a ton of backlash regarding a title change.
There's a title change. Saving that for last.
Okay.
We had more security breakups, breaking up brawls. They did 4 of those this week on WWE. 4 of them. That's a lot in 1 week. I mean, I know we're getting to WrestleMania time, but one's enough. One show.
One per show. I agree.
No, but Jiminy Christmas. We had, last week we had more black hooded figures, that's me. It's me. I'm telling everybody it's me. I proved it. But
that's why you didn't work last Tuesday.
Yeah, that's right. Apparently Nikki Bella hurt her leg. We don't know what's going on with that. But we do have a new United States champion. And just when I was getting hyped up, Eric, just when I was ready for Mellow Don't Miss at WrestleMania, seeing him fly through the air like a Greek god in Allegiant Stadium, Sami Zayn wins the U.S. title. And not only that, is Carmelo getting the rematch, at least for now? No. Trick Williams. The red hot Trick Williams, not going to deny that. A little pre-match segment thingy, what much of a bob. That is apparently warranted that Carmelo goes to the back of the line. Boy, 3 weeks to go. And some of the rumors we're hearing about that is, well, they didn't want to have Carmelo and Trick start their rivalry until after WrestleMania. I'm like, are you kidding me? Why would you? What a great place to start it. Eric, should I have a migraine from this, or am I just ranting and raving?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of rumors going on about what's going to happen. The biggest one is obviously a potential double turn at WrestleMania. I mean, the fans are into Trick. They chant "whoop that Trick" when he comes out, and that's the rumor. They're talking about Sami and Trick doing a double turn.
But I don't want Sami. I'm sorry. I used to be a big Sami Zayn fan, but man, I could have got Carmelo and Trick at WrestleMania for the U.S. What are we doing? Why I don't? People are just turn. Now I don't know if this is just me, and I'm seeing a lot of it online too. That people are like, "No, we don't want Sami." Maybe it's just a microcosm on the Twitterverse. I don't know, but something ain't right there, man.
Well, the thing is, they've been building Sami and Trick for months, though. That's why that match makes sense at Mania. Maybe they had Carmelo. Maybe they had Ilya making a fatal 4-way. I don't know. They still got a couple weeks before WrestleMania.
I feel terrible for Ilya. I feel terrible for Carmelo. If they don't get them on the card, I have that to me, for all the work that they put in this year and the matches that those guys have had, would be terrible. Give me Gunther and Ilya. You want to do that?
That was my potential thought for Ilya if my other thought for Gunther doesn't happen.
You have another thought?
For Gunther, yes.
Yeah, what's that? Hit me.
So Gunther comes out, does an open retirement challenge.
Oh, I saw that idea pop up. The open retirement challenge. Yeah, because Rey Mysterio is.
And some veteran answers, maybe says this and that, gives them maybe a 10-minute match, and Gunther retires whoever.
Who could that be? Who? No, I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. Did I do that? I shouldn't have done that. Oh, that's going to get everybody mad out.
I mean, there's on the current roster, there's only one or two people that fit the mold of hey, ready to retire, or at the retirement age.
He could beat up Santino. Pull Santino off.
Could you imagine the pop if his music hit?
Well, look, why do we keep giving Triple H gifts on this show?
And then him,
I mean, come on.
And then him pulling the Cobra out, ready to strike, and then he gets a sleeper hold.
Okay, that I'm down with. I'd be okay with that. But yeah, Gunther not on the card yet either. Don't know what we're doing with Gunther.
Well, they're in the Garden on Monday. I have a feeling Gunther will probably be there.
I bet he will. So, yeah, but this was so it's another title change, by the way. We pile that on as we continue to use titles to build stories as opposed to using stories to build to a title match. This has got to be like the 50th one since September. It is unreal. So Sami Zayn, U.S. champ, guys. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if Sammy's going to hold. I mean, I would imagine Trick's going to beat him.
Yeah, everyone's looking at him as a transitional champion for this.
Yeah, Trick.
And then you'll have Mello and Trick feud on the main roster leading up to maybe summer. I don't know how long they'll have the feud for. Maybe one of the nights of SummerSlam.
Yeah. So, yeah, kind of a weird SmackDown. And another issue they're having right now, man, I hate banging on these guys. Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill just isn't playing right. There's something off. It's like seeing a couple that has been a couple for a while, and you really hope that they're in love, but you can just tell it's not there, and they're just trying to make it work. You know, I can't tell if it's just, you know, there's legit heat for Jade with Rhea and some of the other women in the locker room. Is Rhea just not into this match? I don't know what's going on, but they are not getting me excited for this WrestleMania match.
The problem is that Bianca's not there for this match. That was the match they wanted to do.
Right.
And they need to put the biggest star in they could, which is Rhea. And Jade's wrestled how many times since she won the title from Tiffany? What, twice?
Yeah.
And I mean,
there's nothing to this.
I mean, all they did was, to me, the only reason they added BFAB and Michin to Jade is to get beat up by Rhea.
Yeah, pretty much. It's that's not working either.
And what doesn't make sense to me is, okay, you got this 3-on-1 situation. Why isn't Rhea making a phone call? Hey, I've got backup too.
Does she?
Io Sky.
Kind of.
Io's right now busy dealing with the Kabuki Warriors.
Yeah, she's tied up.
Scoop.
She's not going to have it. Yeah, Scoop's in the chat box, by the way. And but to remind everybody, we are also live streaming the show. We're not only on KDAWN 101.5 FM, Talk of Las Vegas, we are also on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. Go pick up that app on your phone right now. It's free, and you can listen to us anytime, including all the great shows on our station. The Dodgers are on our station. If you happen to like the world champs, check them out. And plus 220 stations worth of material. I think that's all right. So get that Odyssey app. And then we're also live streaming X, YouTube, and Facebook, which is where our good friend, the Bionic Scoop, is. And we say hi to Scoop. Scoop! What's going on, brother? So, yeah.
You check my post on Facebook. I posted for the show this morning.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome.
Good job. But yeah, I don't know. It was a weird SmackDown on Friday. You know, and then craziness on Collision, by the way, too. More people getting dinged up. I don't know what's going on, man. But we went to we had Collision on Saturday night, and the Babes of Wrath lost their return match for the tag titles, and apparently they're done. And I'm heartbroken about that. Just the reason being that I don't know if you remember that I had said this, that whoever won the tournament and whoever lost the tournament, I want them to be in a feud for a while. Let's really do something good with it. And we say goodbye to Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale as a tag team, at least for now. Loosely associated, I guess, but it might not be a bad thing. I don't know. I was a little sad about it.
Yeah, let's see where they go with it.
Yeah.
I think Harley is a big future star.
Yeah. Oh, I would agree. She's a star now.
Well, she is. I mean,
she has my heart too. She really does. But enough about that. Kyle Fletcher ended up leaving Collision in a walking boot, apparently. If you didn't see the spot, he was teaming with Mark Davis, and they did this little do-si-do thing and swung into the middle of the ring, and Davis came down really close to Fletcher, and Fletcher's ended up getting his ankle bent back. It didn't look good, but no word about it being broken or anything like that. But yeah, so Kyle Fletcher could be on the shelf for a little while, but at least it's going to happen now instead of a couple months down the road.
True.
screwing him from All In. Josh Alexander also had gotten hurt last week, and he's having knee surgery on Wednesday. So Josh Alexander is going to be out for a while, which really sucks.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just really bad. And Kyle Fletcher, by the way, also apologizes about his comments about what happened before All In last year. And if you remember, Adam Cole got hurt, and Kyle Fletcher, it wasn't the spot where they did the power bomb on the apron. His head didn't hit, but apparently there's something else that happened. They were late. I think it was on the collision before that, right before All In, that Adam Cole had to come out and say, I'm pretty much done. But Fletcher had said this was the worst day of my life, and people thought he was being insensitive to Adam Cole. And he explained that he said, look, it broke my heart to see Adam in that position. You know, I felt terrible about it, you know, and if I was responsible for it, you know, that sucks, you know. So it was really, he wasn't saying, oh, you know, it's because he got his match changed or anything like that. So
no, I mean, yeah, a similar sentiment from D'Lo Brown.
Yeah, this was
back when the whole draws thing happened. I mean, he felt absolutely awful. So
I hope Adam makes it back. I have a feeling he will, knowing that guy. He doesn't want to mess around too much.
No.
Yeah, so a lot of rough stuff happening there. But also, by the way, on Dynamite, we got a new number one contender. It is Kenny Omega. Oh, and Coach is here too, by the way.
Coach.
Bring Coach Rosie in. What's up, Coach?
Hey, good. Just driving to Flagstaff today. Wanted to check in, see how you guys are doing.
We missed you.
How you doing, elite coach?
Doing great. Just relaxing. We got the McDonald's All-American game tomorrow in town, so that'll be fun. Great representation of high school basketball. And then the women's Final Four comes to Phoenix, so basketball never stops.
There you go. Well, Kenny Omega beats Swerve Strickland. Swerve tried to get Kenny's EVP spot. He failed. And Kenny Omega is now the number one contender for the AEW World Championship. They will be facing off. It'll be Omega and MJF at Dynasty on the 12th. So, man, this is turning around pretty quick, guys. I'm pretty excited about it. This should be a hell of a match.
It will be.
And Coach is just darned excited about it too, I can tell.
Well, I'm excited that Kenny's going to get another shot, but I think as well-educated wrestling fans, we know that MJF is probably going to retain the title, so the element of intrigue and surprise isn't really part of this match. But I hope for the best for Kenny. I know it'll be a five-star match, so let's see what he's got.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And, you know, we've got FTR taking on Adam Copeland and Christian up there. So another great title match coming up at AEW Dynasty the week before WrestleMania. So loading us up. We're going to be high on wrestling. It's going to be fun. And of course, a ton of stuff going on before WrestleMania here in Las Vegas. One of those things is Bloodsport 15, Josh Barnett. He's going to be joining us on the show in hour number 2. So make sure you stick around for that as you get to hear from one of the baddest men on the planet. Should be fun. All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, whole lots more going on, including a new alliance for AEW from north of the border. Who would that be? We'll let you know when we come back. Stick around.
Southwest Vegas, get ready! This Thursday, One Nevada Credit Union is celebrating the grand opening of our newest branch at South Durango and Russell. Join us for a full day of fun. We're talking free refreshments, contests, and a full-service team ready to help you with all your banking needs. Open a new account and snag an exclusive One Nevada swag bag. See you this Thursday from 9 to 5 at Durango and Russell at the newest One Nevada Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Making money isn't all that hard, but keeping it is tough. It's why I like having a One Nevada One checking rewards account. All I had to do was set up direct deposit with my job, and boom, I get paid 2 days early, just in time for the weekend. And when I do have to spend, I just make sure it's with my One Nevada debit card, and I get cash back. So get your money sooner and keep more of it with a One Nevada One checking rewards account.
Visit onenevada.org to learn more and open a One checking rewards account.
Our one focus is you.
Federally insured by NCUA.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 42424. That's METER to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code GOAL to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code GOAL to borrow up to $10,000. Use code GOAL to borrow up to $10,000.
1015 FM KDAWN.
This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
God, I tell you what, I just button mash sometimes when I'm in here. It's Sunday morning, you know. I do this Monday through Friday for the Steve Sanchez show, which airs on KDAWN when the Dodgers aren't on, but we're on the live stream on the Odyssey app. So just so you know that, you can hear me messing around a little bit in the political world. But Josh Barnett coming up, man. Can't wait. Former UFC champ and the leader of Bloodsport.
Yeah, we had a heck of a time last year at Bloodsport, didn't we? That was probably the highlight of all the non-WWE shows that weekend in Vegas. It was tremendous.
I think so. Like I said, it's very unique. If you haven't seen Bloodsport, you will get a great kick out of it, especially, you know, I mean, I have an amateur wrestling background, so it's just awesome for me to see this. You know, you're going to enjoy it, I promise. So Bloodsport 15, once again, that is going to be at the Horseshoe on Friday, April 17th, 3 p.m. And Josh will be joining us on the show a little bit later on. By the way, in the chat box, Coach Keith Morrison, what's up, guys? Welcome. Question, is the bird with you, Coach Rosie? Coach Rosie was being assaulted by a bird last week. Has the bird trailing you to Flagstaff, sir?
Well, the angels are still around me. I'm still in a great mood, but no, there are no birds in the car, and I'm safe today. And but still enjoying, singing with the birds. It was an amazing weekend last weekend. The one bird that attacked me, he did the job, and he's no longer with us.
Fried pigeon, nice job. But also, Javon Campbell 8357 in the chat box saying, Coach Rosie, beware. There you go. Yeah, I got clips from the bird attacks up on all of our socials, so you can check those out. Let me get back to my notes here. I'm bouncing all over the place. Look, I know Eric is chomping at the bit right now to talk about Roman Reigns and CM Punk.
What?
It was a promo.
All there is are promos.
Yeah. What do you got? What are you excited about this week, Eric? As we continue this promo battle between the two.
Well, I think they did it right with Punk getting beat up and then him smiling about it again.
It's like the Joker.
I think we get a pull apart brawl Monday. It's got to get physical.
More security. That's wonderful.
Maybe instead of security, do wrestlers like they have before.
I don't know. Maybe the wives could show up. That'd be a thought.
That, or
I don't know if Roman's wife. Well, I bet Roman's wife would probably try to stomp AJ Lee into the ground if she could.
Or maybe Punk has backup now too. Who knows?
I don't know. I am still thinking about The Rock showing up. I have not been able to get over that "we brought you in" thing that they did a few promos back. I just wonder if Rock's back behind stage pulling the strings, Coach. But I'm ready to hear the music of WrestleMania. I'm betting on it.
I mean, that would be great. The promos leading up to this match are tremendous as they are. It's probably the match that's got the greatest build-up. I think it's got a greater build than the Randy Cody match. That Friday was pretty boring on SmackDown for 15 minutes, just watching them chase each other around the ring. But The Rock coming in will bring an entirely new element to this match, and I'm waiting to see Punk get his teeth kicked in by Roman. I'm excited for that. You know, as a man who is in his geriatric years, like CM Punk, I understand the trials and tribulations of being old, and to go against the Tribal Chief is no easy feat when it comes to WrestleMania. So, Punk, you got the championship for about 3 weeks left, and then you're going to give it over to your Tribal Chief.
There you go. I'm down. Eric's hesitating.
Okay, if The Rock's involved, does he cost Roman to set up next year?
That's a possibility.
I mean, there's a chance The Rock is a little overly involved.
Maybe.
Not just in the Roman match.
He could be everywhere. Now, maybe that's the person that Randy Orton is calling.
I was just about to say, he could be one phone call away.
Yeah, he could be a phone call away. I don't know. The phone call thing, there's too many people it could possibly be. So I'm just kind of kicking back on that thing, and I'm just going to let it happen. Too hard to speculate. It was funny though. I did hear I was listening to one show that said suggested it would be Karrion Kross is the person that Randy's calling. I don't know if MLW would be too thrilled about that.
The only issue with that though is what family does he have history with?
Well, you know, he was planting seeds when he was here. You know, they're growing. They're growing. I don't know. Who knows? We got Eric Hay, Coach Rosie. I'm Mark Hoke on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, the talk of Las Vegas. I did want to talk about this situation that is happening with AEW and Maple Leaf Pro. And if you don't know about Maple Leaf Pro, that is the new promotion up in Canada that is run by Scott D'Amore, who used to run TNA. They fired him, and he went up there and is doing his own thing. They got a TV deal up there now, and Tony is now teaming up with CMLL to the south and Maple Leaf Pro to the north. And they have been selling tickets up there like crazy for these Maple Leaf Pro shows. Coach, do we have a North American alliance that's going to be kind of hard to beat?
You know, Tony's trying to bring in the best of the best when it comes to 5-star matches. He is making his television program and AEW a niche product. Storylines aren't as important. So when you're bringing in all this talent, whether it's from Canada, Mexico, Japan, he's bringing in the very best wrestlers to give the AEW fans the match rate and the fights that they crave. You know, it's a different element of professional wrestling. If you like 5-star matches, AEW is where to go. If you like storylines and all that, WWE is where to go. And it's great to be able to have two different aspects of wrestling. The tribalism's got to go, but you know it's fun to have different companies doing different things.
Yeah, Ricochet is kind of one of the guys leading the way on this. He wrestled Rich Swann up there, and they had an awesome match, apparently. I didn't get to see it yet, but man, when you turn Rich Swann loose, especially with a guy like Ricochet, a lot of fun, Eric, and that's just a small sampling. It's a shame they lost Josh Alexander, who was their champ, and they just crowned new champion. But I'm fascinated by this, and they're going to be doing a show on Friday, April 17th as well. So Maple Leaf Pro, I mean, they're selling out big buildings up there. This is a dangerous little triangle Tony's getting hooked up with.
No, it is, and it's never a bad thing to have more wrestling and more opportunities for people.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with Maple Leaf Pro. We've got another interesting match that's shaped up, and this is really fascinating to me. As MJF started mouthing off at Nick Nemeth earlier this week, Nemeth fired back. And MJF just called him a glorified mid-carder and all that kind of stuff. I was like, wow, that's a little harsh. But they are going to be wrestling at Create a Pro on Friday, May 1st at All Sports Melville in Melville, New York. So I'm guessing it's the AEW title is going to be on the line, but this is a TNA and AEW crossover match that Tony had no problem with, I guess. Coach, are you surprised to see Nemeth getting in a ring with MJF?
No, I'm not. MJF just wrestled in McDonough, Georgia on Thursday night against QT Marshall. He is bringing the AEW championship to a lot of different indies. And to put Nick Nemeth on your mantle to beat him, if that's what's going to happen, is great. You know, MJF is trying to solidify his championship reign. He'd like to be known as a fighting champion, because in the past he hasn't been fighting. He's only been having one match every 2 or 3 months. But now he's getting out there with the people. He's given us some great matches and given some legends of the sport the opportunity to knock him off. But what's really happening is he's building his credentials on being the best world champion of all professional wrestling.
Eric, should we be surprised that TNA is allowing one of their guys to wrestle the AEW world champion? Given the relationship with WWE, I'm a little shocked on this.
A little bit, but I mean, we're in the age now where, with the exception of WWE talent, TNA, AEW talent, they wrestle more than just their shows. They have the freedom to go do this. And when WWE, in their minds, Nick Nemeth is Dolph Ziggler. And Dolph Ziggler isn't wrestling MJF. Nick Nemeth is.
All right. I'm curious to see the link between WWE with TNA in the middle and AEW, and especially given that things didn't go real well with TNA and AEW in the past. I was a little surprised to see this one go up on the board, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, they're going to put on a hell of a match. I would love to see that. I'm sure it'll be on Triller or something along those lines.
Especially being in MJF's backyard.
Yeah. It might, they might just move it to MJF's backyard. Parents might like that. Yeah.
Never know.
We also have another sort of WWE crossover with AEW here in Las Vegas on the 17th. Big Time Wrestling is doing a show at 2:30 p.m. and they've got RVD, QT Marshall, and one of the top independent guys out there, Starboy Charlie, taking on the Demand. So Ricochet in the middle again here. A former WWE champion getting in the ring with some of the boys from AEW. And of course Rob did a couple matches with AEW before, so it's not like they don't know each other. But Coach, this is a fascinating matchup to get here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and Starboy Charlie is WWE ID's champion right now. So there's even some more tentacles out there in that match. But when it comes to WrestleMania week, you never know what you're going to get when it comes to matches, because it truly is the World Cup of professional wrestling, because people come from all over the world all different promotions. We got Japanese promotions fighting. We got Bloodsport type fights. We have all matches that are dream matches that give the wrestling fans their opportunity to truly celebrate the sport WrestleMania week.
Yeah, Thursday and Friday is going to be just absolutely insane around here. Between WWE World and all the cards that are going on, and they're just kind of stacking up at multiple cards per day. It's going to be a lot of fun here in Las Vegas, and I cannot wait to see it. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, WWE made some coin off of Cody Rhodes. How did they do it? I think the answer is going to surprise you a little bit. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back. Best in pro wrestling here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, talking Las Vegas. It is the Mark Hoke Show. The Haymaker, Eric Hay, Coach Rosie will be right back.
The only real estate team I trust right here in Las Vegas is the Brankus team of Keller Williams Realty, the marketplace. Now, thanks for joining me today. In a world where attention spans, they're only getting smaller, are realistic expectations and preaching patience both becoming a much tougher sell?
Sure, Sean. To be successful in this market, you need to set expectations. When we consult with a client, we'll always sit down, set expectations, and know what we're going to do from a marketing standpoint to aggressively market the home and attract buyers. And I literally have lists of hundreds and hundreds of homes that have failed to sell while listed with another agent. And we come along and are able to cross the finish line to get the home sold quickly and many times at the top of the market. Our marketing works.
All right, thanks for keeping us up to date. Call the Brankus team today at 702-456-5959, online at thebrankusteam.com.
License number BS16186. Call for details.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 42424. That's METER to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Springfest is happening now at Lowe's. Keep the spotlight on your yard with Stay Green Premium 2 cubic foot mulch, 5 bags for $10. Plus, when you want more help indoors, get up to 40% off select major appliances that help you supercharge your chores. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid to 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details. Mulch offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
101.5 FM KDAWN.
You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
And we return to the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM to talk up Las Vegas, home of WrestleMania 42. So we brace ourselves for that. A couple new matches on the card. We've got AJ Lee will be defending her Women's Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch. We just added Sami Zayn and Trick Williams for the U.S. title. Zayn, the new U.S. champion. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre will be hooking it up. They may still be fighting somewhere. I'm not sure. I mean, they might be battling out all the way down the strip going to Allegiant Stadium. I can give them a little shortcut so they don't have to go that far away, but just a thought. So guys, betting odds are up on betonline.ag for these matches. And of course you can get a nice little 50% matching bonus up to $1,000. So if you put $1,000 on there using the code BOL, click on our link on markhokeshow.com and you can get that. It's a pretty good deal. AJ Lee is not favored to beat Becky Lynch. Becky's a minus 350. And by the way, for those of you that are going to be coming to town and doing some betting, if you don't know what that means, a plus in front of it means you bet 100 to win that much. A minus behind it means you got to bet that much to win 100. Pretty simple. Becky Lynch minus 350, AJ Lee plus 225. Trick Williams is the favorite to win the U.S. title. Minus 500 against Sami Zayn's plus 300. Jacob Fatu, minus 500 favorite against Drew McIntyre's plus 300. Obafemi is the betting favorite right now to defeat Brock Lesnar. Femi minus 325, Brock Lesnar plus 215. Randy Orton, probably the closest match on the board, it looks like, as he's a minus 180 to Cody Rhodes plus 140 for the undisputed WWE Championship. Roman Reigns is the favorite for the World Heavyweight Championship, minus 300 against Punk's plus 200. Liv Morgan, a fairly heavy favorite against Stephanie Vaquer. Morgan's minus 550. Vaquer plus 325. And Rhea Ripley, a favorite in the Women's Championship, minus 325. Jade Cargill plus 215. Do you hear anything, guys, that kind of caught your attention on those betting odds? Eric, I'll give you the first shot.
I mean, pretty much everything is listed as it should be, but we all know that they like to swerve us. So I'm curious to see which favorite doesn't win.
Which favorite will not win?
I'm curious. That's what I'm curious to see. Which favorite does not win?
Who would you swerve that on?
I mean, my first thought is AJ and Becky. We don't know how long we have AJ for and what their plans are post Mania.
Okay.
That's my number one I'll go to right away.
Coach, what did you think about those betting odds? Anything stand out to you on those?
Just that Jacob's only favored by minus 500. I mean, it's already been rumored that Drew's going to be going to film Highlander.
Yep.
So if you want to jump on some action, load up there on Jacob, because it's already known that Drew's going to be taking some time off to do that filming. Otherwise, everything seems pretty good. Maybe my boy, the Lemon Peppa Steppa, is a little high, but I think he's going to be Trick's going to be getting his WrestleMania moment. There's not much intrigue in this card. It's going to be a card that makes the fans happy, and everyone's going to go home with a smile on their face. There's not going to be many swerves. The storylines haven't set up for that. The only one, the Haymaker was saying, is that AJ match. But I do think Becky will win. But there is going to be some more matches announced. They haven't really brought up anything about the tag teams. So there's some intrigue there as well.
Yeah. We're hearing rumor of a fatal four-way for the women's tag titles. Irresistible Forces, Flair and Bliss, the Bellas, and Valkyria and Bayley. So we may be seeing that one. I'm a little surprised on Obafemi and Randy Orton. It's Brock Lesnar, excuse me. That one, Brock and Heyman don't want to lose. So I don't know. I think I might be willing to fire a little bit on Brock Lesnar on that at the plus 215. The other one, tight one with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. So, I think I'd like to see Randy walk out, but you never know if there's going to be a curveball on that one. That one's one you could see some twists and turns happen at the end of the night.
Whoever's on the phone, that's what's going to be the key to that whole thing.
It's Dustin Rhodes.
It's Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Mr. McMahon is coming back to WrestleMania. Hopefully.
Could be Shane.
Yeah, could be Shane. Or maybe Stephanie. Randy goes a long way back with a lot of people. So it's kind of hard to figure that out. But speaking of Cody Rhodes, Did you guys see what the WWE banked on with the American Nightmare? You ready for this, fellas?
Bring it. Just bring it.
This is unbelievable. Because when I first saw this, I mocked it. I will not lie. The Cody Rhodes bus tour.
Oh, I heard about that. Yes.
$9,950. You get to go on a little mini tour of Las Vegas with Cody Rhodes. You get a behind-the-scenes experience and a commemorative gift, which I hope is a trip to the Bunny Ranch or something like that. $9,950. I thought that was ridiculous. I was wrong. They sold it out. They sold out a $10,000 bus per seat. Eric, is that, I guess, well played? I mean, what can I say?
Saying they made the money. I mean, people bought it. Why didn't they do this 33 years ago with the Lex Express?
Because Lex hated being on that bus. That's why.
Yes,
he hated that bus.
I know, but it was there to make the reference.
Oh. Well, maybe Lex will come along on this ride. Coach, are you surprised about this thing sold out?
No, there's enough people that have a lot of money that come into Las Vegas or come to a WrestleMania event that's willing to drop that kind of dime. There probably was only about 10 tickets or 10 opportunities, so there's enough people that could fill that void. I know that if I had a liquid $10,000 that I can just drop, that'd be a fun experience. There's a lot of rich WWE fans.
It's so insane. Yeah, Liv Morgan has a meetup experience at Madison Square Garden for $2,000 that you get to meet her, and there's going to be a bunch of other superstars in the suite, but you get like sweet food and everything. But yeah, people are paying $2,000 for a meet and greet with Liv. So WWE, man, they've outpriced themselves on a lot of things, but you've got to give Nick Khan credit for coming up with these different ideas to make money. I can't say anything bad about the marketing, Eric.
No. Well, did you see what they were doing for the show in Italy?
No, I did not.
You can pay, I think, $2,000 to make pasta with a superstar.
Make pasta with a superstar?
Yeah, when they had their show in Italy.
Do you get to pick the superstar, the pasta, or both? Did you research that?
I didn't fully research it, but I did see a little bit about that. And I mean, like you said, like Coach said, people have a lot of money and they can spend it loosely like that. Hey,
maybe they'll bring in that Pizza Luigi guy, the independent wrestler, and him and Danhausen can do something in Italy.
Oh my God!
Imagine eating a cursed pizza.
Yeah, why not?
Sure, let's go for it. Pizza with Danhausen.
The pepperoni. You are cursed.
No, that'd be anchovies. Actually, anchovies are good on pizza if you don't overdo it. Well, Coach Keith Morrison in the chat box says, "That's crazy. You know what I can do with that money?" Exactly. Oh, I couldn't believe it. That is just that $10,000 to ride a bus with Cody.
See, now what would be cool though if someone did, like some businessman or something, bought one of the opportunities and then did some kind of event, something to where you could win the ticket.
Yeah, you could do that.
That would be something cool if someone had the money and did that.
Yeah, turn that over. It's all good. WWE Hall of Fame. I want to hit this too before we get out of here. Well, actually, I'm going to save it because we've only got about a minute left in the hour. So coming up, guys, Josh Barnett is going to be joining us from Bloodsport. Bloodsport 15, once again, coming at you here in Las Vegas, WrestleMania week, Friday, April 17th, 2026, 3 p.m. at the Horseshoe. That means Eric and I get free parking.
Yes, we do.
That's exciting.
Well, I'll be at WWE World a little bit earlier that day. I have a 145 autograph signing with my first wrestling crush.
Fabulous Moolah, no, she's passed away.
Not quite.
No, Leilani Kai?
Wendy Richter.
Wendy Richter. All right. There you go. That'll be a lot of fun. All right. So we're going to take a break. And when we come back for hour number 2, Josh Barnett joining us. And man, that card is awesome. Take a look. We're going to try and break that down a little bit. and to have Josh talk about where Bloodsport is now and all that fun stuff. So stick around, everybody. I got Coach Rosie, Eric Hay, the Haymaker, a little old beat, Mark Hoke, on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, talking Las Vegas. Hey, well, you got a second? Give us a follow on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, YouTube The Mark Hoke Show, on X at Mark Hoke Show, Instagram and TikTok, also The Mark Hoke Show. You know, be our pal, be our buddy. We'd love to talk to you all the time. It's great. Stick around, everybody. Hour 2, The Mark Hoke Show. Josh Barnett joined us. Stick around.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join the Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.
I didn't switch to Pure Talk just because I wanted to save 50% off the same 5G service I've been paying twice as much for. I switched because I like the idea of being in business with a wireless company that supports our veterans in a meaningful way. Pure Talk also creates American jobs every day by keeping their entire operation in this country. I appreciate that. If you feel the same, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and switch to an American wireless company that actually stands for something. Pure Talk.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Hi, I'm Alan Stock, inviting you to join me October 9th as we celebrate America's heritage and 250th anniversary with Colette. We'll explore the history of America in Monticello, Mount Vernon, and Colonial Williamsburg. We'll visit Washington, D.C.'s world-famous memorials and monuments, including Arlington National Cemetery. Plus, enjoy the timeless elegance and heritage as we stay 2 nights at America's resort, the Greenbrier. This and so much more. Colette covers the details, flights, hotels, meals, and local experiences. Your only job is to have the time of your life. Don't miss your chance to celebrate with me. And to learn more, visit KXNT.com or call Colette at 800-581-8942. That's 800-581-8942 or KXNT.com.
Let me show you the world. Come away with me.
Days. If customer does not cancel prior to the end of a trial period, fees will apply.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
America, look. KMXB HD3 Henderson, K268CS Las Vegas. Always live on the free Odyssey app. 101.5 FM KDAWN.
Widening war. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox News. More U.S. troops arriving in the Middle East as the Iranian-backed Houthi rebels entered the war. launching a ballistic missile attack against Israel.
4 weeks into Operation Epic Fury, reports indicate the United States is preparing for the possibility of ground operations into Iran. 3,500 additional U.S. service members arrived in the CENTCOM area of operations this weekend, including 2,500 Marines on the USS Tripoli, an amphibious assault ship. The buildup comes as U.S. and Israeli forces targeted a variety of positions across Iran over the weekend, including Iranian steel manufacturing plants and nuclear development facilities. Iran is continuing its attacks against Israel, launching ballistic missiles into central and southern Israel over the weekend. Multiple people were wounded at a direct impact site outside of Jerusalem, and a man was killed on Friday evening in Tel Aviv as bomblets from an Iranian cluster munition rained down on the population of central Israel.
Fox's Trey Yingst, the White House addressing reports of a possible ground operation, saying it does not mean the president has made a decision to do that. We are hearing from the family of the Loyola University Chicago student who authorities say was shot and killed by an illegal migrant.
18-year-old Sheridan Gorman grew up in Yorktown Heights, New York. The community gathered Saturday night to remember her. Sheridan's devastated mother, Jessica, spoke.
As a mom, I'm angry. I'm completely heartbroken. And we are going to fight for justice for our sweet Sheridan. And we're going to fight for change.
An illegal immigrant, 25-year-old Jose Medina, allegedly shot and killed Gorman while she was walking with friends along Lake Michigan. He remains in custody, charged with murder and attempted murder. Deborah Valentine, Fox News.
America is listening to Fox News.
History isn't just in textbooks. It's the story of us, the United States. 2026 marks 250 years of America. And throughout the year, Bill Hemmer takes listeners on a journey through the 250 most impactful moments in American history. From the spark of revolution to the battles for freedom, the ideas, inventions, and decisions that changed the world. The 250 most impactful moments in American history podcast. Listen and follow now at foxnewspodcasts.com.
You never know who might be taking the quiz.
Hi, everyone. It's Candace Cameron Bure.
Hey, everyone. It's Phil Sims.
It's Dolores Catania.
Hey, everyone. I'm Kix Brooks.
It's Candace Bushnell.
I'm Rob Paulson.
I'm Ryan Serhan.
Hey, everyone. I'm Nicole Palizzi.
Everybody's Kevin Nealon.
What's up, guys? It's Nia Sue, and it's time to take the quiz.
5 questions in less than 5 minutes every day. Listen and follow at thequiz.fox. Get your daily dose of news with a Fox News Rundown. A contrast of perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. Going far beyond the headlines. Tomorrow morning at 5 on 101.5 FM KDAWN.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Las Vegas. This is the Mark Hoke Show. The Mark Hoke Show. Going bell to bell with the best in professional wrestling news, entertainment, and lots of Sin City surprises from inside the squared circle. Now, let's get to all the exciting pro wrestling action and bring on the host. Here is Mark Hoke.
And we are back on the Mark Hoke Show. Hour number 2 coming at you. Oh, my goodness. We're going to have some fun this hour, Eric.
I'm excited.
Oh,
I'm ready.
Are you excited?
Let's do this.
Are you really excited?
Very.
I can tell. Just hold yourself back there, brother. I'm just messing with you. But we got the best in pro wrestling right here on KDAWN. We're also on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. You can take that anywhere you go. It's free. You get to listen to our show, all the great stations or shows on KDAWN, all of our 220 stations and other podcasts. It is loaded to the gills. So you need to get that app right now. And I promise you, your sunshine won't turn to rain. So go get that app right now. Also live streaming on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Facebook, The Mark Hoke Show. YouTube, The Mark Hoke Show. X, at Mark Hoke Show. And join us, because you might want to fire some questions at this guy that's coming up on the show. He's really good at beating people up, Eric. I mean, it's just unbelievable. He's a former UFC world champion. He is the king of Bloodsport, the most unique event at WrestleMania. It just You can't beat it, man. You cannot beat it. And GCW I can't even talk. GCW presents Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 15. Once again, Friday, April 17th, 3 p.m. at the Horseshoe. Let's bring in the War Master himself, Josh Barnett. Good to see you again, my friend.
Good to see you as well. Good morning.
Hell, you all awake, ready to go?
Yeah, I've had my cups of coffee.
Okay. I wish I'd had a couple cups of coffee. I'm just doing iced tea. I'm trying to keep it in the middle there. Nobody wants me on coffee. It's be very, very bad. But
Scary.
Eric knows that. He's seen me in the morning way too many times. But Josh, another great event stacking up here for Bloodsport. Before we get into the card that is just becoming absolutely loaded, tell everybody a little bit about the concept of Bloodsport and why is it different from everything else that we're going to see here in Las Vegas WrestleMania week?
Because at the very least, I think the easiest ways to explain it is how professional wrestling was, not what people have come to know what professional wrestling is. But within that, it's a show where we've stripped away all the extra superfluous sort of over the top aspects of it, the melodramatic and the histrionic side of things, and really distilled it down to the most intense, the most important and base and functional parts of professional wrestling, which is seeing a competition between two combatants with their reasons to get into that ring, be it just to see who's best or to solve a feud or just very simple motivations. But at the end of the day, they just have to get out there and fight. And within that, the stories and the drama and the pageantry will all be shown without all the excess, let's say, costumes and promo bits and backstages. It's just, we strip all the stuff away from what people think of as pro wrestling and just get really right down to what it really is at its root.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun to watch. And especially I wrestled in high school, so and continued to follow it. And it's just a very raw, intense experience. And we got to go last year and looking forward to it again this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I tell you what, you have got yourself a card. Just announced two of my favorites. Shayna Baszler and Natty are going to be hooking it up.
Mm-hmm.
That must have been fun getting that one lined up because that is going to be outstanding.
I take a lot of time and effort into trying to put together the best cards I can. That doesn't always necessarily mean matchups that have never been done, but I do like to make that happen. Natty versus Shayna, not exactly new territory. They've met each other many a time in the WWE ring, but also they've known each other since before Shayna was even a professional wrestler, because Natty would come to town and I would put them two together and have them work on things. And I've been working with Natty Neidhart for well over a decade in terms of helping add new skills and concepts and ideas to what she does. She's a real student of the game, just like Shayna is. And for them to meet in anywhere is a great match, but to meet in Bloodsport makes it something special. And it was a match that I really felt was important to put together for this card. And throughout the rest of the card, we have some matchups that are going to be brand new to folks, ones that never happened before, like Eric Stevens versus Fuminori Abe, and the crazy kid Takeda taking on Pete Dunne. I mean, these are things that just can't happen anywhere else. And we also pride ourselves in that it doesn't matter if you've seen Tim Thatcher take on Charlie Dempsey somewhere else. When these matches are in Bloodsport, what happened before makes no relevance because they're not the same match. Someone had brought up the Janai Kai versus Miyu Yamashita. Oh, well, they did this somewhere else. And I'm like, and she put a clip up and I'm like, that's great. Their match won't look like that at all. It won't even be anything alike. And that's something I try to really push through to these pro wrestling fans, is when you think you've seen it all, you don't be so arrogant. You haven't. You've not seen it here. It's not going to be the same match. Nothing is like where what it was before, and it won't be the same thereafter. And if you don't see it here, you're not seeing this in this form, in this way, anywhere else.
Give us a couple names on the card that maybe American fans aren't as familiar with, but they should be excited to see.
Well, I mean, I've got, even from top to bottom, like I try to build my card in a very logical and sensible way into a main event. That's the way events are supposed to be done. And a lot of times I feel like that gets lost in wrestling now. Like, it doesn't really get considered, or it doesn't get treated with the same sort of strength. So I build my cards from the ground up, starting with some athletes that you're not going to know of, like Angel Verduzco, who's a 2-time Snake Pit World Catch Wrestling Champion, collegiate wrestler from Baker University in Kansas. He's been training catch and purple belt in BJJ, and he's won tons of grappling tournaments, and sparred and trained and fought MMA. So you've got a fully well-rounded guy, and he's taken on Matt Makowski. Matt Makowski being kind of one of my secret weapons for Bloodsport, someone that I know is highly underrated, underutilized, and is capable of bringing the best to the ring at any given moment. Yeah, so I think someone like Matt Makowski, and even the fact that you've got someone that people really aren't going to know about, but I know that by the end of that match, people are going to know both of their names. Same with Joe Deshu, who's a Greco-Roman wrestler. He won the ACWA Spring Open in catch wrestling at a tournament. He's done, he did like a fight to win, choked a guy out there. He's been training catch. He's got a Greco background. He went through the New Japan Academy. He went through both courses in his first entrance. They started him in the beginner, and he was moved to the advanced and went through both of them in the same go. So, he's a quick learner, and he's going to be taking on Ulka Sasaki. Now, Sasaki is a Noah guy, so that may reduce the amount of people familiar with his work. But the other thing where you might know him from is he fought in the UFC, and he fought in Rizin, and he used to fight in Shuto before that. So you have a very, very experienced guy, someone with a ton of ring experience, although it might not be the same amount of experience in the professional wrestling ring. He comes from this MMA side of things for nearly his entire career. So that's going to make a difference, especially in a place like Bloodsport. And Ray Jazz, who's going to be taking on Zack Sabre Jr. A lot of people are going to really know about Zack Sabre Jr., but they're really going to know about Ray Jazz after the match.
I can't wait to see that. Anything with Zack Sabre Jr. is just sensational. That guy can twist you like a pretzel in about a million ways. Just
and what better place for him to be than Bloodsport?
Absolutely. I'm down with it. Josh Barnett from Bloodsport. Once again, Bloodsport 15 is going to be here in Las Vegas over WrestleMania week, Friday, April 17th, 3 p.m. at the Horseshoe. Eric, maybe I'll bring somebody along and share my free parking.
That'd be very sweet of you.
That would. Eric, did you have a question for Josh?
Josh, pleasure to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone that you haven't gotten before that you want to get on one of your cards?
Oh, it's a long list.
Okay.
But you'll know it when I get them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's been several wrestlers that I've tried multiple times and it just hasn't been able to happen. And it's not just people from WWE. I know people love to create this narrative now and try to believe that everything runs that way when it doesn't. But I've tried to get a lot of wrestlers from Japan, wrestlers from companies you wouldn't expect, all kinds of athletes, and even trying to get people from outside of wrestling too at times. So I go out there. One of the people that inspired me as a booker was Akira Maeda and Antonio Inoki, because of their ability to go out there and find these athletes from places you would never expect. How does one discover a Volkan unless you've got the eye for it, if you know what I mean? Or how does one discover a Viktor Zangiev or a Salman Hashimikov or anything like that? You got to have the ability to see that talent even in places that no one else would look. And, I'm inspired by that.
I'll give you one name though, because I know it's hard to get people, but please get Bo Nickel in here sometime. I love Bo.
He's got a UFC contract. Yeah, that could be its own can of worms to try and get him to do a pro wrestling match. I know he's done RAF, right? So perhaps, I don't know. Never know.
I will harass him on X until he does it, just for you, because I care. I'm a big Penn State guy, so I'd love to see that happen sometime. Explain about catch style wrestling for fans that may not be familiar with that. What are the differences between that and what we typically see in a WWE or an AEW?
Well, I mean, catch wrestling is for one, it's the root style of folk style. Folk style is absolutely and directly derived from catch. Most wrestling, a lot of times in these regional styles, would be as soon as you get a turnover, match is over, or as soon as somebody is touching more than just say the bottoms of their feet on the ground, the match is over. But with catch, you continued to the floor and you kept wrestling, and you had the ability to use submissions to try and get your opponent to give up, or to use them to try and turn over your opponent. And with that, once it hit the shores of the US, and it was also the base style for how professional wrestling matches were conducted for the most part, it took on a life of its own and eventually was developed into folk style wrestling. And I've seen some people out there be like, oh, freestyle wrestling is the direct descendant of catch. And it's like, well, no, they called it freestyle wrestling in an Olympic games once, but it was catch. They called it freestyle because they wanted to delineate it from any other kind of regional or tribal or ethnic style that was out there that people were doing, and that it had a broader rule set. But that freestyle and the freestyle wrestling we see in the Olympics are not the same. They're not even alike. Just the same as like Greco-Roman was actually invented by the French. So it is not actually Greco or Roman, but that's okay, because it does comprise some of the elements of some traditional folk styles of wrestling. So it's good for that, and bringing those competitors into a competition environment that they also show up with weapons to bear, and everybody can go and employ their various techniques that they've learned wherever they come from, no matter the style. If it was similar enough in terms of its upper body takedown emphasis, then yeah, you could go out there and succeed. But catch wrestling is, think of it, like folk style with submissions. Basically, you're collegiate wrestling, but with submission holds. So you've got all the riding and everything, but you don't wrestle on your back because you don't want to get pinned. But the other thing with catch was that we didn't have restrictions on submissions like jiu-jitsu did. So neck locks and leg locks and all these things. And I know people think of jiu-jitsu and leg locks now as like a normal thing, but that's only been over the last maybe 10 years. Nearly the entirety of jiu-jitsu's known modern history involves zero leg locks and absolutely zero neck locks. And in fact, leg locks of a certain degree were and have been always allowed in jiu-jitsu. It's just that in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, they would call you cheap or a cheater or whatever for using them, even when they were legal back in the day. It really, that stigma only went away very, very recently.
Interesting. How did you get involved and get the respect of the pro wrestling community? Because, being a UFC champion, I'm sure brings the credibility almost right away. But one thing that I've noticed when you're around a lot of pro wrestlers, man, they really do look up to you and they listen to you. Where did that all come from?
Well, I think some of it comes just from the fact of just treating people the way I do, doing business the way I do, and being a professional, which I know that sounds like a cliche thing to say, or like, wow, why would that make it? I mean, what? I mean, wouldn't that really apply to most people? I suppose most folks feel like they're being respectful and professional and what have you. But you'd be surprised, to be perfectly honest, how rare that can be depending on any given day or any given context. So I really do pride myself on trying to be a really upstanding person when it comes to promoting this stuff and putting these things together and trying to do things in a way and make these athletes feel like they're respected, they're heard, and that they're dealing with somebody that's one of their own. Bloodsport was a show built for wrestlers. You know, it is wrestler centric, wrestler focused, and wrestler first. The other thing, I guess, would be that, yeah, I mean, I have my accolades and my history as an MMA fighter, but you know, I cut my teeth under Antonio Inoki in New Japan and was taken under and mentored by him. I've spent lots of time training with him. I spent lots of time training on the road in New Japan, touring with those guys, learning from people like Chono and Nagata and Liger and all these different athletes, which has been something that has allowed me access to New Japan athletes like Yuji Nagata, who will be performing at Bloodsport, who'll be stepping into the ring.
Yeah.
You know, one of the longest reigning IWGP heavyweight champions of all time, and a legend of our sport. And from there, you know, I've also trained under Carl Gotch and Billy Robinson, and I have a pedigree that shows that I have lived and breathed the business. And even when I was an MMA fighter, I'd walk to the ring, whether it said it on the bottom of the screen or not, because often they would change it to something else like catch wrestling or whatever, but I would always put my fighting style as professional wrestling. And they would, you know, there's a few times it's come out, but most of the time they would change it to something else. They didn't want it to seem like, oh, well, this guy's not doing pro wrestling in the ring, you know, but yeah, I see myself as a pro wrestler. I fight for the entertainment of the fans. And whether I'm shooting or working, it's just the same stuff.
There you go. Eric, you have any questions for Josh?
I'm trying to think right now. After this show on April 17th, when's your next one?
No idea.
No idea?
Okay. Yeah.
Just curious because I'm going to be tuning in more often now that I have more free time. Now that March Madness is over.
Josh, just stay and do a few more shows in Las Vegas. Just hang out.
You know, if possible, who knows? But you know, at the moment, yeah, nothing planned. No follow up yet.
So, are you going to be on this card too? Because a little birdie might have told me you can mess with Mr. Kidd.
I don't know whether or not Gabe Kidd and I would necessarily have a rematch this year around, but I know he will be in Vegas during WrestleMania week. No, well, you know, he might be. He could be. You know, I am working. I am going to wrestle on this show. I have not announced who my opponent will be yet, but we have a few more announcements to come. So come Monday, I think things will be a lot clearer.
Lot of fun to watch you too. Why don't you take on Eric first before whoever it is you actually fight? I'll flip you $50 to do it.
What a friend.
Gee, thanks.
I'd like to see if he can last 30 seconds with him. I don't think he can do it, Eric.
Just do my best to run away as best as I can.
Well, I gotta tell you, this is going to be an awesome show, and once again, I can't stress enough that it is so much different than anything else you're going to see over WrestleMania week, and it is just a blast. Josh puts on a terrific card, and you get Natty and Shayna tearing each other apart.
Can't wait to watch that.
Oh, it's just
that's gonna be wonderful and amazing.
So Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 15. Once again, that is at the Horseshoe in Las Vegas on Friday the 17th. 3 p.m. Anything else everybody needs to know about the show before we let you roll, sir?
Well, if you can't be there, well, we have tickets available still, so get yours before they're sold out. We will also be streaming it live on Triller Plus, on Triller TV. If you're not a Triller Plus member, they usually have free week trial subscriptions and things like that. Not to mention, I think it's something like $9 or $10 a month or something, and that gets you everything that is under that umbrella of Triller Plus. So you could watch all the old Josh Barnett Bloodsports and other GCW products and a whole list of varying wrestling shows and products. So I think the value is there. But if you can't be there live, you can watch it live.
There you go. But get down there. I'm telling you, it's going to be great.
Yes.
And you've got the Horseshoe, pretty easy to get down there usually. we'll just keep our fingers crossed during WrestleMania week. But it is going to be a lot of fun. And, Josh always, like I said, always puts on a great card, a terrific show. And I can't wait to see you again, sir. It's going to be a lot of fun.
No, thanks. I'm sure you'll be quite happy with the way this turns out.
Oh, I just want to see people get hurt, not badly, but just a little.
Like your co-host.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Josh. Well, hey, thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate it. We'll see you here in Vegas in about 3 weeks, my friend.
All right. See you then.
It's very nice meeting you.
You as
All
well.
right. Have a good one. All right, here you go. Josh Barnett, everybody. Oh, Eric, that's right. You haven't seen Bloodsport, have you?
Unfortunately, I have not yet.
Oh, you better go watch some before. I mean, well, you have a choice. You can either be completely surprised at what you see, or, you might want to catch a few matches on YouTube or something. And
I'll definitely look them up and watch what I can.
It is so much fun. And it just takes wrestling more down to its core. And that's what makes it so exciting. They had Zack Sabre Jr. and Jonathan Gresham last year.
Wow. That's
those guys,
that's phenomenal.
They bend each other's bodies in ways that I did not know was possible. Well, actually, I did because I wrestled, so I could kind of comprehend it. But you will be blown away. So once again, GCW presents Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 15, Friday, April 17th, 3 p.m. Horseshoe. It's not the Palms this year. It's at the Horseshoe. But I promise you will really enjoy it. Or if you're not in Vegas, like Josh said, check it out on Triller, and it's going to be money well spent. I promise you. And you're definitely going to see me down there. I got to make sure I take that day off from the station because I'm not missing this. It's awesome.
I had the day off from MGM that day. I'm not sure what my plans are other than the wonderful autograph signing. Thank you. Shout out to my wife for that.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Even though she doesn't like the fact that it's me getting an autograph from a woman, but
she'll live.
She's my first crush.
I'll talk to her.
She's my first wrestling crush.
Unbelievable. Who is that for everybody that doesn't know, by the way?
I think she's advertising a lot as my first crush, Trish Stratus.
Trish Stratus. Who was my first female wrestling crush?
I mean, yeah,
might have been.
I liked Sunny Sable, but Trish, I don't know. She just something special about her versus them.
It was probably Medusa. I'll have to text her and tell her that. Then she'll think I'm crazy and she'll try to kill me next time she's in town. All right.
Watch out for a monster truck.
Yeah, that too. All right, everybody. We've got more coming up on the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN 101.5 FM, Talk of Las Vegas. It is the best in pro wrestling. Oh, the Hall of Fame. New inductees. And
excited for them.
Rough Night Sacrifice. We'll be right back.
All the news, sports, music, and podcasts that you want are all on the free Odyssey app. Download it today.
Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working. Who, me? Text and whatever, just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Before the first bell and after dismissal, school zones are filled with students who are walking, riding, or getting into cars. Slow down, follow crossing guard directions, and stay off devices. A safe school zone protects students so they can focus on learning. Help students get to and from school safely. Visit NevadaPTA.org to learn more about school zone safety. School zones are kid zones. Let's keep kids safe. This message sponsored by the Nevada Parent Teacher Association in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code GOAL to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code GOAL to borrow up to $10,000. Use code GOAL to borrow up to $10,000.
Need to sell your house fast? Whether you're facing foreclosure, stuck with bad tenants, or just ready for a fresh start, House Buyer Network can help. We buy homes as is for cash. No fees, no commissions, no repairs. Get a fair cash offer in just 24 hours and close in as little as 7 days. Call 833-719-5877 now for your free no obligation offer. That's 833-719-5877. House Buyer Network. Fast cash, no hassle.
Offers are typically below market value in exchange for speed and convenience. Call for details.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
For contest rules and web exclusives, visit our website at KDWN.com and click Contests at the top of the page.
1015 FM KDAWN.
This is the Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Here again, your host, Mark Hoke.
Oh, I guess I ought to get on the radio. That might not be a bad idea.
It's you.
It is. Best in pro wrestling right here on the Mark Hoke Show. Coming at you from Sin City, home of WrestleMania 42, and a whole lot more. It's going to be great. I'm still thinking about how bad Eric's going to be drooling when he sees Trish Stratus. You may have to have me come along. I'll bring a bucket.
I'll need one.
It's going to be ugly. But, man, what a great week WrestleMania week's going to be.
Or as Jim Ross would say, bowling shoe ugly.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. FSW's got some great shows coming up, too, by the way, that week. Just run a few down for you. They will be back at the HyperX Arena on the 16th. Looks like they've got the WWE ID showcase. The 17th is their Mecca 11 card, and Killer Cross is going to be on that one. They got a whole bunch of this stuff going on at 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and looks like the Mecca card's at 10. I want to make sure I get confirmation on that, but that's what I'm looking at right now. And that Mecca card's always awesome. So make sure you go to fswvegas.com and get some tickets for that too. Start lining it up, guys. There's a lot going on.
There is. FSW has a show tonight, actually.
Oh, is that tonight?
Yeah, March 29th.
Oh, I thought it was last night. I don't know why.
HyperX Arena.
Great. I guess I may have to try and sneak over there after work today.
Shout out to you, NJ Holiday.
Yeah.
And your crew.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll do that tonight. I'm trying to see what else I had here.
You had Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I got that. I was just looking to see if I had another. I think that's all the events I had covered there. But yes, the Hall of Fame. We were going to talk about that last time. We ran out of time. 2 new additions. Sid is in finally.
Yes.
Why do they wait until after these guys pass away?
I'm not sure what.
That was a no-brainer.
Yes.
No-brainer.
I mean, like they said, Sid was over wherever he went.
Yeah. He was over everybody, too.
Just get the microphone away from him.
Yeah, and knives.
Well, scissors.
Scissors, sorry.
Scissors.
Get
him a softball bat.
Yes.
He'll be happy.
That's all he cared about. But yeah, God rest his soul. And a lot of people were really excited to see him be given this honor.
Yeah, I've actually helped his son at MGM numerous occasions develop an actual relation, like employee-customer relationship with him.
Oh, very cool.
Talked to him a few times. Not the one that was on Big Brother, not Frank, but his son Gunnar, who's just as tall as he was.
Wow. That's scary.
Yeah.
But Sid is in the Hall of Fame. And Bad News Brown was added to the induction group this year. And, I remember Bad News Brown. He used to be Bad News Allen. He was Allen, and then he changed it to Brown. I don't know why.
Well, that's because WWE wanted to own
Come on.
You know how it. You know how they are.
They even only went down one letter too. Allen to
well.
Brown. But yeah, I think a guy that was somewhat underrated in pro wrestling history. I mean, he had a lot of the tools that he could have been a major title holder in WWE. They just never quite pulled the trigger on him. But Bad News Brown, really tough dude.
Oh yeah, I mean,
a former judo champion, Olympic champion. So
I love the Ghetto Blaster as a finisher.
Yeah, great guy, and we're looking forward to seeing him in that WWE Hall of Fame class of 2026. That class, by the way, also includes Stephanie McMahon, who will be inducted by The Undertaker. AJ Styles has not been determined who's inducting him yet. Demolition will be going in, so I don't know how many costumes Barry Darsow is going to have.
Jeez.
It could be a few. I hope he doesn't get it wrong.
It could be Repo Man. Could be Hole in One Barry Darsow.
Crusher Khrushchev.
Crusher Khrushchev. Yes.
Don't forget that. So Barry Barry Darsow and Will Edel, excuse me. Edie.
Bill Eadie and Barry Darsow
will be going in. Dennis Rodman, the celebrity inductee, of course, did some time in WCW hanging around with Hulk Hogan. So he's in there too. A very eclectic class.
Yes, very interesting. And they still have time to maybe add one more. You never know.
I would think they'll probably get a couple more in there.
Yeah.
Usually do. So, but I think it's going to be very intriguing to hear what Stephanie McMahon has to say.
Oh, her speech will be, yes. I mean, Triple H mentioned her father last year.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I would imagine she will.
Yes.
But having been around the business all her life, there's still that legendary picture of her, with Andre.
Mm-hmm.
And just has been in since she was born, basically.
And then to find out that when you read those WWF magazines and you had the people wearing the merchandise, she was one of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Dad put her in the business pretty quick. So that is going to be a very fun night at, let's see, where are they?
Dolby Live at the Park MGM.
Yep. That is also on the 17th.
I'm keeping an eye on that, being an MGM employee for potential.
No, that's right.
Discounted rates.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll keep you updated.
Well, I'll check with WWE and just see if we can go for free.
That'd be amazing.
But that is, I think, and that's at midnight Eastern. So I think it starts at 9:00 here.
Yeah. So, SmackDown in the 8:00 at T-Mobile. Then you can literally walk right across the street, basically, across the street in Toshiba Plaza to get to Dolby Live and Park MGM.
It is literally across the street.
Yes.
So you guys are planning your schedules,
which is a lot smarter than they did last year, wherever it was.
They were at the Fountain Blue,
which is trying to get down the strip. And being Dolby Live, they did it much smarter, and it's an hour earlier because last year it started at 10:00 our time, 1 a.m. Eastern. So
yeah, if you haven't looked at the calendar, one thing I probably do is I'm sure Phil Stamper has his calendar up. You might want to check that out and see everything that's happening, and man, plan it out, because there's so many shows starting about on Wednesday, I think, that are going to take you all the way through Monday. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Is.
So
I mean, you do have some people that literally come here just to go to everything other than WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, especially at some of the ticket prices.
Well,
but they're sneaking them down.
Yeah.
They did that 316 sale. We talked about that last week. Sold some tickets there. But I was just thinking about that too, but right now, the top section of Allegiant Stadium might be tarped. That's a terrible thought when you really think about it.
Oh, there's tickets that have been sold for up there, just a matter of whether they move people down or how they do it.
Yeah, they'll bring them down. Yeah. You got a special tarp with a big hole in it.
Right?
It's like, I see you bought one of these seats. Cut. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, did you want to go to the bathroom? I'm sorry. You'll have to do the parachute thing from elementary school to get out of there.
That was fun. Parachute
was great.
That was trying to get that ball through that hole in the parachute, or trying to sit underneath it Get everyone on the same page for that.
Trying to hit the people you didn't like with the parachute underneath it.
That too.
That was always fun. Yeah. So just so much happening here on WrestleMania week. Let me just run down through a couple other stories, and actually we got one segment to go. So I'll tell you, let's get our break in. And then there was an attack last night in a wrestling ring. Don't know if you heard about this one. That wasn't good. And a couple of icettes, an icy and an icette got together yesterday.
Ooh, someone's gonna be fired up.
And also, great reffing job at TNA Sacrifice last night. We'll mention that too. So stick around, everybody. More on the Mark Hoke Show. We got Eric Hay.
And
Mark
the
Hoke.
Mark Hoke.
Thank you. I
You're welcome.
appreciate that. I am the Mark Hoke. Google it. You'll see. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hop on over to Town Square, Las Vegas for Hop and Shop, a day-long extravaganza perfect for kids ages 0 to 10. Saturday, April 4th from 8 to 5. Free egg hunts and candy, plus bounce houses, face painting, and more. But hurry, registration starts at 8 a.m. and spots fill up fast. Brought to you by Odyssey, Town Square, Las Vegas. 1 Hour Heating and Air, Finley Honda Centennial Hills, Bay Short-Term Car Rental, Desert Springs Pools and Spas, Albertsons, and Help of Southern Nevada. See you at Hop and Shop, where the eggs are plentiful and the fun never ends.
Every school morning across Nevada, students walk sidewalks and cross busy streets. Nevada PTA reminds drivers to slow down and stay alert. Put devices away. Watch for students at intersections or mid-block crosswalks. A few extra seconds behind the wheel can prevent a lifetime of consequences. Walking to school should be safe for every student. For tips and resources, visit NevadaPTA.org. This message sponsored by the Nevada Parent Teacher Association in cooperation with the Nevada Broadcasters Association and this station.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text METER to 42424 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text METER to 42424. That's METER to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Springfest means more sun, more fun, and more free at Lowe's. Keep your yard in line with an additional free Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a select Ego mower, trimmer, or blower. Plus, keep landscaping fresh with Stay Green 1 cubic foot garden soil, 5 bags for $10. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/8 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Soil offer excludes Alaska and Hawaii.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
1015 FM KDAWN.
You're listening to the #1 professional wrestling radio show in Vegas, The Mark Hoke Show.
The Mark Hoke Show.
Now, here again is Mark Hoke.
Final segment of the Mark Hoke Show here on KDAWN, 1015 FM, the talk of Las Vegas. So we bring you the best in pro wrestling, just like we had Josh Barnett on a little while ago.
Yes.
Blood. Eric, you're going to love it.
I can't wait.
You're going to love it.
Can't wait to watch it. Some of it.
Man, Natty and Shayna Baszler in a Bloodsport match.
That will be something. That's going to be special. It really will be.
Natty, when she does the low-key legend thing, ain't no messing with that girl.
And I'm glad they're giving her the Natty character in WB now.
Yeah, I wish they'd use it a little bit more. Don't get me started.
Well, she tied Maxine up in a pretzel enough now where she can move on.
Well, hopefully.
And if AJ retains, could this be the next feud?
I want her to win the world championship. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, mean Natty with the championship. Well,
as awesome as that would be, they're going Liv.
Liv's gonna win the one.
Yeah,
though, but a long Liv and Natty feud. Oh, sign me up! Sign me up right now. We had a few things going on TNA. I got to mention this. Buff Bagwell shows up on Impact.
Yeah, that was shocking. I mean, it wasn't Atlanta, so it helps, but what he said is what got people going.
Absolutely. He, of course, had a leg amputated a little while ago and, talked about that. But he also said, I got to apologize to each and every fan out here for my behavior over the last 20 years. There have been some ups and some downs, but more downs than ups. I want you to know, if you'll get behind me just one more time, I will come down this ramp. I will walk down this ramp. I will get in that ring and I will wrestle for TNA one more time. So he's going to try and rehab and get back and do it once more. He can do it.
I believe he can.
He can do it.
And it sounds like they already have his opponent picked too.
Yeah, Frankie Kazarian. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, so Buff Bagwell's showing up. The one-man gang was at Sacrifice last night.
Wow.
Yeah. I love the one-man gang. I hate it when they turned into Akeem.
The African Dream.
Oh, hated that. Hated it. The one-man gang was devastating. Akeem was just
Look like he's wearing big blue pajamas.
Don't get me started. Everybody's like, oh, bring Vince back. Yeah,
Well, he was already in the company as one-man gang.
leave him as a one-man gang.
Yes. He can still do the stuff with the boss man. Just leave him as one-man gang.
He was awesome. We also, by the way, Audrey, at TNA Sacrifice, Steve Macklin got knocked out in the main event about 3 minutes in, ran into a Santana super kick, and he got dropped.
Oh, wow.
So main event, well, do you let it go on? You not? Nope. Alice Lane, referee, stopped the match and said, you're done. It's over. So they had a no contest in the main event. Turned out Steve was not concussed, at least as far as we know.
But better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah. But he was out.
You don't want a Matt Hardy AEW situation.
No. And everybody just complimented Alice on doing that. And I do too.
Yes.
You have two jobs as referee. One is to communicate, and two is to keep the performers safe.
Yes.
And he did that, or she did that, and congratulations. And I mean, that's a lot of pressure too. I mean, you're in the main event of a pay-per-view. It's like, oh, I'm going to stop the main event a couple minutes in. Yeah, but she did the right thing. So good for her. There was an unsafe thing that happened at, it's a Ruthless Pro Wrestling Omega event in Illinois, as Cruel and Schlack were wrestling, and
those are some names.
Someone tried to jump in the ring and stab Cruel.
Oh my gosh. What is wrong with people?
Whole locker room. The guy tried to get away. Cruel is okay. Guy tried to get out, and the entire locker room tackled the dude.
Kind of like when the idiot attacked Bret Hart during the Hall of Fame speech, and the whole majority of the roster was escorting him.
I'm sure he at a small indie card.
Oh,
I'm sure he got escorted in many ways.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, that was. Go look at some of those pictures, man. That was crazy. As Cruel got attacked, but brings up once again, safety and security. Got to be careful. We're having some weird stuff going on in pro wrestling. So, folks, stay behind. Don't take a swing. Don't do anything. Just have fun.
Exactly.
Stop it.
Enjoy it. Let the performers do what they're doing, and enjoy what they're doing, and don't make it.
It ain't about you.
Don't make it about you. Don't do anything that's gonna get you or someone else harmed.
Aubrey Edwards re-signs with AEW. So we will be seeing more of Aubrey Edwards refereeing in All Elite Wrestling, continuing the Heels program. She's given my daughter a couple things now. I really appreciate that.
That's cool. She was also very pleasurable to interact with when we went to AEW back in February.
Yeah, you met her, and then I saw her again down at the Revolution pay-per-view. Terrific person. So Aubrey, thanks for being cool for me. I really appreciate it. My daughter appreciated it too.
Yes, and good for her re-signing. And I mean, hopefully they maybe get another AEW female referee. Like WWE has currently 2 on the main roster.
Yeah, maybe we can get rid of Rick Knox.
Right?
Oh, sorry, Rick. I didn't mean to talk about you losing your job. I know you're the guy that's referee that's assigned to stand there and do nothing sometimes. It's okay. We'll live with it.
That's why he's always doing the tag team matches.
Yeah. Denise Salcedo apparently had nothing better to do in her hometown of Los Angeles than hang out with Brody King, the Icette and the Icer. Woofy and the I don't know, man. But yeah, Woofy and the Yipper, that's what I was going to call him. So they of course decided to talk about the ICE situation. And one quote coming from the interview from Brody: everyone tries to bring up the abolish ICE political thing. In my opinion, what's right and what's wrong. There's a lot of wrong in the world. If I can speak out against it, then I will. Okay. All right, Brody, whatever. Hey, I'm just wondering, did you happen to send a card or a donation and any of those funds to that Oscar Hernandez kid that got raped by an illegal immigrant that was his soccer coach? Raped and murdered? Just wanted to see if you did that, or hey, how about let me get another one here too, just for fun. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm pulling my notes. Oh yeah, and just what happened in Chicago this week, where that poor 18-year-old girl was attacked and killed. At the park that was supposed to be safe. But I'm sure that's okay, right? I am so tired of these two. And Eric, I'm just gonna say this. Denise and Brody, and I'm gonna call him Nathan. That's his first name. That's who he is. Wouldn't have the guts to come on the show and debate this with me. They wouldn't. There's no way. You think they'd come on and talk to me about this because I actually know what I'm talking about, Eric?
Probably not. They probably want to avoid the political beat down that they may get from you.
Well, the thing is that they have rescued so many children. And every day I see on my social media feeds, someone got killed by an illegal immigrant, someone got raped, and all these kids are still missing. But ICE has rescued so many children, and I'm surprised at Brody King. Nathan, I'm surprised you're a parent, but you don't want to support these guys. Okay, that's fine, But when your kid ends up like Oscar, don't complain to me. Don't. But I'll tell you what, Denise, you're coming here. I know you're coming to Las Vegas. Why don't you come down to the studios? And I'll even pay to do a setup in the Odyssey sound space, and we'll talk about it. But I am tired of this. Tired of it. The ICE chants are one thing, but you are campaigning on something that you don't know what you're talking about. You and Nathan, you don't. And I'm sick of it. So if anybody wants to chat, either of you two, mi casa es su casa. There you go. I feel a little better.
I was waiting for it. I knew it was coming.
Unreal. I gotta mention this. This is totally not wrestling related to wrap the show up. But I cannot begin to type. We're both baseball guys, Eric.
Oh, yeah.
The ABS system, which is reviewing balls and strikes, that has been in baseball for years. But they finally put it on the major league level. The umps didn't want it. We know why now. As if we didn't know in the first place. CB Buckner, who is one of the worst umpires of all time.
Only one worse than I can think of.
Angel Hernandez would be that name.
How'd you know? How did you know?
He's the worst umpire of all time, Angel Hernandez. That's not hard. Did you see what happened to him in the Reds game yesterday?
I didn't see that, but I saw something that showed he has 78 challenges overturned or something like that.
That's not that many. That was an exaggeration. But he did get overturned 6 times yesterday, including an at-bat with Eugenio Suarez, where he called him out, did the big punch out, and he was wrong. Next pitch was way outside, and he did gave it even harder. And he got overturned again 6 times in a game. That was so beautiful, and the Reds fans were loving every second of it. CB Buckner sucks. Put him on the bus to single A.
Agreed.
And get him the hell out of baseball.
Now, as an Atlanta Braves fan, I really wish this was around in 1997 with that Eric Gregg Game 5 in the NLCS against the Marlins.
Come on. It's 30 years ago.
Oh, have you seen that game?
No, I've seen that game. It was ridiculous. Yeah, Eric Gregg lost his mind that game.
Yes. The strike zone was bigger than him. And he was a big dude.
He was a big dude. But yeah, way to go, ABS.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for keeping baseball legit-ish.
And thank you for joining us, everybody, on the Mark Hoke Show. We really do appreciate it. Follow us on X at Mark Hoke Show, the Mark Hoke Show on everywhere else, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We'll see you next week. Man, it's getting close, Eric. It's almost WrestleMania time. Can't wait.
Going to be exciting, and everyone in Vegas, go somewhere. Go to some show. Support.
We'll see you next week.
Love you guys.
Want more of The Mark Hoke Show? Follow us on Twitter at Mark Hoke Show, like us on Facebook at The Mark Hoke Show, and visit markhokeshow.com to keep up with everything happening with the show. And remember to check out all of our archive shows on YouTube at The Mark Hoke Show, and download our podcasts at markhokeshow.podbean.com and all your favorite podcast outlets. So join the Mark Hoke Show family today, and thanks for listening.
If you live in Clark County, you are at risk of developing non-smoking lung cancer. Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that gets into homes and increases one's risk of lung cancer, and it exists here in Clark County. Radon is colorless and odorless, so the only way you know if your radon level is